One of the coolest things about Toon Boom software is the 3D camera and how it can move about in 3D space, and you can create a multiplane scene pretty easily. So if you're looking at the previous movie, you saw that we set up our background, and what I want to do now is move each of these elements at different places on the z-axis to give it a lot more feel and dimensionality. So if you look here, I have multiple layers. There's the back wall, there's the floor, we have shadows on the floor, the back of the bar, we have the front of the bar, which is inspired by Giger, and then we have aliens in the foreground here. Now, each of these layers are pretty much movable in z-space and on the 3D plane. And what I'm looking at right here is referred to as the top view. Now, if you don't see this, simply go to Windows, come down and select Top. All right, so what I want to do is move these around in z-space. Now, what this triangle is, it's pretty much the camera, and this line right here going horizontal is each one of these layers, because by default it's all in this one particular section. Now, to move these layers in z-space, I'm going to use my advanced animation tools, which are right here at the top. If you don't see this, simply go to Windows, come down to Toolbars, and select Advanced Animation. All right, so to show you the wrong way to do this, I'm going to select the Translate tool, and I can either select the layer from this little icon here, or I can come down and select it directly on my timeline. So with my Translate tool, if I decide to push this back in z-space, you'll notice that it's getting a lot smaller, and that's not what we want. So I'm going to do that, Command-Z, Control-Z on PC. Now the cool tool that we have up here is called Maintain Size, and it's the little cube and the large cube. I'm going to go ahead and select that, and it's this particular tool that allows me to tell my partner, Chris Cartledge, I can say, draw everything out to scale, and then I can go ahead and place it on the z-axis using the maintain size. So with that being said, I can now come over here and click and move that back wall pretty far back. And if you look in our camera view, nothing has changed. And that's what maintain size does. So now I'll grab the floor, and I'll also move that back a bit. And the shadow, I want that to be right near the floor. Now, if I push it too far or behind it, we'll see the shadow disappear. All right, so we now need the back of the bar. So I'll push that about right here. And the front of the bar, I do want a little bit of space. And last but not least, the alien table. I'm pretty much going to leave it exactly where it is. And so the last thing we'll do to test out our multiplane is we're going to add a camera to our scene. So I'll go to the Add Layers, select Add a Camera, and I'll add a peg to that camera. And so now we can test this out. We'll select the camera layer. And let's go ahead and zoom in. And now we see exactly how the multiplane works. And if I want to see what this looks like in the final image, I'll simply turn on my camera mask and move my camera around. And I see now how the multiplane is working. So by using the top view, you can go in and give a lot of dimension to your scenes by setting up your background on different spots on the z-axis.